I want to know your play tendencies. Talk about mine. I want to know yours too. But oh my gosh, this thing has got so much lime. I'm excited for this because I have had it and it is that good. What's up, E.D.G family? Kevin here. Today we're going to be doing a tasting and I'm going to be talking about plays. I will tell you this is the best beer I've had yet in 2023. That's what I'm going to say. So it's a big hype, I know, but it is fantastic. In fact, I think it's a funny story. You guys might not think it's that funny, but I was grilling one night and I was pretty low on what beers I had available, and I really wanted to grab a beer while I was grilling. And so I went through like my little stash I had for like unboxings and, you know, just some tastings of stuff that I thought would be interesting. And I grabbed him. So what I grabbed was this KeyLime Pie Milkshake IPA. It's by Zipline Brewing Company. I believe they're out of Lincoln, Nebraska. So yeah, I grabbed this guy and I crack it open, I take a sip, and like within minutes, I'm like back in the house grabbing a glass, and I'm like, this was the one you picked? You should have totally saved this one. This thing's fantastic. So I went and got another one, because, you know, I had to. I am not overhyping this. I'm not a huge fan of sours, and I think that's why I grabbed it out, because I'm like, key lime pie, it's going to be a little sour. And it is a bit sour, but it's also got this like creaminess IPA flavor in the background, and, you know, it's good. So I will say while I'm pouring this that if been doing a lot of work, studio work, hopefully all quality of life, better for presentation, better for you guys, better for me. So if things look a little different for the next couple weeks, that's probably why I just sum it up to that. But I want to taste this, and I want to talk about something that's been on my mind for also the last couple weeks. And that's plays. That is board game plays. I can honestly say, so far, my plays this year have just been poor. And I'm saying not necessarily like the games I'm playing. I'm saying the amount of plays I have. January was okay. February was a little low, and then March has just been awful, to be completely honest. I think I just did a unboxing of Distilled. Haven't played it yet. It's gonna happen really soon. I'm really excited to get that game to the table. But it just, I don't know, it's been bugging me. I've been looking at the numbers, I've been looking at what's going on, and it's like, why am I not playing enough games? What is going on here? And so, if you know me at all, I am a numbers crunching guy. Like, I love keeping track of metrics. I keep board game stats like pretty heavily, and so I went through all that stuff, and I came to one conclusion: the reason I have not played enough games is life. I'm not even kidding. That is what has basically summed it up. So I'm going to talk a little about that, and I definitely want to know. I have plenty of questions for you guys. I want to know, you know, I want to know your play tendencies. Talk about mine. I want to know yours too. But, oh my gosh, this thing has got so much lime. I'm excited for this because I have had it, and it is that good. Yeah, it's got a lot of lime on the nose. There's something else there, though. That's, I don't know if it's the hops coming through. But yeah, no, it definitely tastes more like a sour than it tastes. It smells more like a sour than it actually smells like an IPA. I will say this because I didn't even really think of it as an IPA after I tasted it. It was just that good. And I poured just a little taster to share, and it's like, oh, that's an IPA. And I'm like, yeah, that's still an IPA. So I don't know, but it is that good. If you can find this, you got to pick it up. That is really hard to describe. It's got a very like smooth, like velvety, creamy mouthfeel. And it just almost like how that that KeyLime comes in. It's got this like very good IPA base, but I'll tell you what the KeyLime does in this beer, it hides a lot of it. So if you're not a fan of hops, I don't know if I'd necessarily worry about this. This is just, it's easier in a second, but I'm gonna talk about plays. So for me, I'm not even gonna say average. My target every month is to get 30 plays. That is blatantly what I look at when I'm going through like my BGG app. I'm looking. 30 plays is pretty much my target. Now I get 30 plays most months, and there's been months where that's just lowballing it, to be completely honest. But 30 plays. So January was, like I said, about spot on. February was a little low. March has just been, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to catch up. I have a lot going on. And like I said, life. I was looking back, and I took a full weekend, went down to Texas, took my daughter to a concert. Yeah, we played a couple games of Rhino Hero, and played some Sorry Sliders, and I might have gotten a Solar Sphere playing like when we got back. But yeah, that's 4-ish days that I didn't really get a ton of plays in. Last weekend, that's what I was talking about. I'm doing a lot of work around here. I did a ton of work on my board game table. It's all custom. It's gonna be really good setup for when we get more videos shot, and I'm hoping you guys are gonna be able to tell the quality of life, production value once we keep trucking along. So yeah, I pretty much spent the entire weekend working on this thing with my daughter. It was a good time, but I didn't get much played. I don't even think I've played a game for a few days now. Like I said, when I get done with this, I thought about getting a couple videos shot. I got a ton of unboxings to do. But, I think I'm just going to get distilled to the table. I think it'll make me feel good. It'll, good start to the week. Get a game down, get it learned, get it going. And I think that's, we'll go from there. It's going to be a busy week. My mom's birthday is this weekend. I've been, me and my sister have heavily been planning on that. So that takes time too, man. You just got to look at all those small things and go, those add up. Those are times, that generally I would probably be playing a game. Work has been a pretty busy month for work too. A lot of things came up that generally don't come up. Had to stay on top of it. And, that's taken time. That's taken some extra time out of getting what I want to the table, which is, I think most of us is probably why we're here right now, right? We like to table board games, and we like to talk about them. But I'm going to taste this again, because this is really hard to distinguish. Like I said, this is a Key Lime Pie Milkshake IPA. It's 8% ABV. Ooh, I figured it out. It's got some vanilla in it. It says it on there. Ale brewed with vanilla, lime, and milk sugar. Milk sugar. That's interesting. Okay, so I will say, this is not the first thing I've had from Zipline, but so far this is the best. We may have to explore this series together. I'm telling you right now. I got a couple other things from them that I've tried. Yeah, it's that vanilla right on the front. There's just so much. They're hiding this IPA, and they do a good job. I'm telling you right now. This thing is fantastic, but I'm not gonna drink this all right now. I'm gonna save it as we go. But yeah, what I want to know from you guys is like what do you guys look at? What is your like kind of goal? Do you even like most of you even care? Like, do you just play games and you're like, play a game. That's cool. Or you like me and you're like, you're looking at what you're playing. You're looking at how often you're playing stuff. I look at games. So generally when I get a game, a new game that year, if it's a good game, my minimum to play it is I want to get a table 15 times. I don't know why I say 15 times, but that has just kind of been my number. If I get a game in and it's okay, and I know it's going to be harder to get to the table, maybe it's got setup, maybe, the solo mode's not great, I got to play it with people, all kinds of factors, maybe it'll be a game I got to make sure I get a table 10 times that year. And, as the year goes on, I'm not going to be like, it's November, I still want to table this 15 times. Not that I haven't said that. I've probably got plenty of games. I'm just looking back here. When did I do an unboxing? Like late October, and I got like 20 something plays by the end of the year. I'm about to unbox Final Girl here in a little bit. Season 2. I probably will play it 20-something times, you know? So yeah, I mean, it doesn't always necessarily matter. Obviously, it's a shorter game. I mean, if I got Bones in November, like brand new Bones content, I don't think I would expect to get it 15 plays. But I don't know. It's just one of those things that in my mind, I look at it and I go, I want to play that 15 times. And then generally, after, like, if it's a game I got last year and I liked it, like, let's use Final Girl is a bad example. Actually, I don't even have a great example right now. Let's say it was Terraforming Mars Ares Expedition. Say I got this. I know I played it 15 times last year. It's a fantastic game. It's good. Like I said, I think I've talked about it a little bit. I would say this year I want to get to the table 10 times. And I mean, it kind of de-escalates. You know, like the newer the game, generally you're going to probably try to get it to the table more often. I mean, there's obviously games I don't care as much about getting to the table because they're just going to get to the table. But I don't know. Am I like the only person that does that? I can't be. I mean, you guys probably to an extent, as much as I do believe we all really love this hobby, look at games and say, hey, I got to get that to the table. It's been a minute, you know? And I look at those and I go, older games. I want to get those tabled 5 times this year. If I get them tabled more than 5 times, great. But that is my bare minimum, you know? And I look at that. I mean, I really, like I said, I kind of overanalyze things sometimes. But what I want to know from you guys is, do you have a target? You have an average that you kind of see that you're like, hey, I generally play this many games every month. Like I said, my target's 30. Obviously, I go over it sometimes. Last couple months have been under the line, but I do think this year will hopefully pick back up. I'll get less busy. I'll get a little grindy on getting some of these plays through, you know. But if anything, this has kind of taught me something. You're going to get busy with life. You're not always going to be able to get games to the table when you want to. So specifically for me, playing games with you guys, just got to learn to appreciate them a little bit more. You know, I got to make sure when I am playing games, you know, for you guys, that I'm having fun doing it. Because that's why we're doing it, right? We're having fun. I mean, that or, you know, people are just buying games that are really, really hard and, you know, they got a whole other, they're going about it a whole different way. They like the pain and agony of just getting destroyed by, like, other players or an Atoma or whatever. But I generally, myself, enjoy everything we talk about on this channel. So, cheers to you guys. We got a busy week coming up. I'm not going to talk about that too much because I got a busy week coming up. So, yeah, if you're looking for something different, I think this is, like I said, this is Lincoln, Nebraska, probably going to be pretty available Midwest, United States, hopefully maybe more northern. I'm not sure what their distribution is. I kind of know what some of my local stuff distributes because I see it when I travel. Not really sure about this, but their beers are, so far, I think this is the 3rd one I've had. I was about to say, if you've seen the tasting I did last year by Walnut River, they had like an Angels and a Devils blend. I'm assuming most of you probably have seen it because it was part of the giveaway. But they have a light stout. Made it, I don't know. The whole name was like, whoa, what? And I was like, oh, cool. It's another white stout. And I like pop it and pour it. And I was like, it's not lighter than that Walnut River one. That's not quite as cool. But it was still a good beer. It was still good beer. And I definitely will continue to try stuff from these guys. Hopefully we can spot it. Bring a little bit more of this stuff to the channel as we go. But that's pretty much going to wrap it up for me. Like I said, I think I might throw up a poll. So look for a poll. Like I said, I just kind of want to know, like, what's your guys' average? Am I average, or, you know, am I under? You guys like cranking out like 60 plays a month every month, you know, and I'm just like trying to make board game content for you guys, and you still watch it. I don't know, but until next time, much love.